Hello, this is Lucas. Welcome to another Java tutorial. In this video, we'll go over how we can use the getter and setter in our Java class. Now, in the last video, we left off here. We have created our fields. We have created the constructor for our class or for our object person, and then we also created a toString method just to print out everything. Now, if you haven't seen that video, you can go back. It's the video before this in the Java playlist. But if you have already seen it, good, we can continue to move on. So now we're gonna go over how we can actually modify every single field that we have created for our object and how we can view a specific field. Because at the moment, the only method that we have is this toString, which just prints out the entire object. Let's say we just want to get one specific value, or we want to change a value for this object. So we're going to have to use the getter and setter methods. So we can start off now. Let's say we have our person. We printed him out. So his name is Peter Donald 23, and he's an engineer. Now let's say for some reason he changed his job from an engineer and now he's a doctor, or his age went up from 23 to 24, or I don't know, he changed his name or whatever. Let's say we want to somehow modify that now. So we'll have to, there's no actual way of doing this here in this class for the moment, so we have to do it in this class here, in the person class. Now, so we can create ourselves, firstly we'll create ourselves the getter. Alright, so we'll do public, or it can be private, but we'll do public for now. Public string, because we want to return a string. And what we're going to do is, we're going to do, let's say, get first name. Because we want to get this first name here. And then we don't have to pass in any parameters. All we have to do is we have to return a string, and we have to return the first name. Because what we're asking this method to do is we're getting the first name, so all we have to do is return the first name. So now if we go to our main class here, and if we print out, we have person1 dot, now you'll be able to see we have a second, we have this little option here, get first name. If we do that, and then if we print it out, you can see we'll just get the first name. So if we want to get just a specific value, we don't want to get the full thing, because this method here just gets the entire object. If we want to specify just one value or one field, we can. That's why we use the getter. So this is just a getter. We get Peter. Now let's say we want to change this value. Okay, that's where we use a setter. Now it's a bit different than this method. So we'll do public. Now we don't actually have to return anything, so we're going to do a void, and we're going to do set first name. Now there is a parameter that we have to pass in. Now this parameter here that we're going to pass in is what we want our field to be set as. So we'll do string, and then we can just write this as first name. Now in here we're going to do the exact same thing that we did in here. Alright, so we're going to do this dot first name. I'm going to equal this to first name. So what's happening here is, when we call this method, we're going to pass in a parameter. Let's say that parameter is Thomas, for example. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to set the first name that is in this class. So this field here, we are going to set that as whatever parameter we passed in, which is Thomas. So now our name is going to be changed from Peter to Thomas. So we can try that out now. So you can see we have Peter here. Now let's say we want to change it. So we have to reference our object, which is person1. Then we do dot set. You see we have an option set first name, because this is the method that we just created. But now we have to pass in a value in here, and you can see we have to pass in a string. So let's say we passed in, as we said, Thomas. Now what this does is, in this object, we will call this method set first name, and we pass in Thomas. So first name here is Thomas, and we're going to change the first name, which we set originally, Peter, to whatever we passed in, which is Thomas. So now if we print this out, it's just this thing again. Print this out, we run this, you can see firstly it's Peter here. Then we change the name to Thomas, and now we print out the exact same thing again, and you can see his name is now Thomas. We can verify this again by printing out the entire object. You can see firstly it was Peter, his name is Peter, then we changed to Thomas, and now you can see the object, his name is now Thomas. We can do these for every single value. There is a little, there is some easy that we can do. So if we remove this is just to save time. We save that. Now while I'm in this class here, we can go to source, and you can see there are a few options here. If we go to generate getters and setters, you will see that we have this option right here. Now we can generate setters and getters for any of the fields that we have set. So we have 4 fields. We have the first name, last name, age, and occupation. So they come up here, and we can set if we want getters or setters. If we click all these will generate the setters and getters, or we can just have getters, for example, or if we just want a setter here, it will generate them. But let's say we want all getters and setters, we can also select all or deselect, and then if we press generate, it will generate all the setters and getters for all the fields we have selected. So that's just a very easy way of doing it, a little life hack, just to save a lot of time. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.